Robin.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show. I don't know how we should start the show every day because
I think like that.
Because that means nothing.
There. I think just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Talk to imaginary people out there.
We say hello, good morning, and they go hi. You think they're in their cars? Hi.
And then the serial killer just looks up.
Yeah.
In the middle of sawing some fucking Craigslist prostitute in half.
Yeah.
Looks up at the radio, go, oh, good morning to you, Opie and Anthony. And then right back to...
Yeah. Right back to the sawing.
Travis, you going to go to that restaurant and get me some coffee?
Restaurant?
We were just having a little discussion here. The restaurant thing will not die because they came up with the top restaurants in America list today.
Yeah.
And I guess we started this yesterday because McDonald's likes to call itself a restaurant.
A restaurant.
And, man, the listeners certainly had a good time with that, coming up with things that make you not a restaurant.
Yeah, reasons why they're not a restaurant.
And then it continues today because a list came out, top restaurants in America, and Starbucks. That great restaurant Starbucks.
Oh, boy, it's fantastic.
Is what, number 3 on the list?
Try the pasta. Try the pasta.
Yeah, they have pasta?
It's amazing.
How the fuck is Starbucks a restaurant?
It's great.
Just because they serve delicious treats?
Little cakeys and
shit?
coffee.
Well, they serve hot, like, breakfast sandwiches until they run out.
No, that's the problem with Starbucks. I could certainly help that company. The fucking
restaurant.
When someone is ordering a stupid egg sandwich, it slows down the coffee line, and 99% of the people are going in there for a quick cup of coffee or a coffee drink, and then you get asshole that decides he needs an egg sandwich, and they can't figure out how to make them fast enough. So you sit there like, what the fuck?
They're good.
You're not a Starbucks guy, right, Dan?
No.
Does it slow down everything when someone orders one of those dumb egg sandwiches?
I tend to see the line slow down a bit, yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to go to that fine restaurant?
I'm going to go get us some restaurant coffee.
Go get him some coffee.
Do we have a reservation?
I don't know. I'll call and see if they have anything.
Call
open.
ahead because you'll never get a table.
If Starbucks is a restaurant, wouldn't that make 7-Eleven and Dunkin' Donuts restaurants?
There you go. It's pretty much the same crap.
Hi, I'd like to make a reservation for Starbucks at Saturday night. Where does Dorsia fit in there? Is that a
Kumia, table for 2. Your lattes are ready.
Right. Why is Starbucks a restaurant? Why, like?
Because they offer free Wi-Fi.
The restaurant definition is becoming.
What's the criteria?
Loose.
Yeah, for defining a restaurant.
Yeah. And who made the top 5? I bet you there's not one restaurant in the top 5 restaurants in America.
Well, McDonald's restaurant is number 1.
That's not a restaurant.
Sure. Damn right it's not. McDonald's. Not down there drinking milkshakes, I'll tell you that much.
Subway restaurant is number 2.
Look,
Subway restaurant.
Look, I know we sort of did this yesterday, but any place where they don't trust you enough to allow you to pay after you eat is not a restaurant.
That pretty much should be the defining.
That might be the number 1, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Who was number 2?
Subway restaurant.
Subway
restaurant.
Restaurant.
That's not a restaurant.
You want number 4?
3 was Starbucks.
Yeah, 3 is Starbucks restaurant.
The fine restaurant of Starbucks.
4 is Burger King restaurant.
That's
Burger
not a
King.
restaurant.
A restaurant where you can get a cardboard crown. Put it on your head.
Right.
That's a good restaurant right there.
Is this? Does this go past 5?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Well,
we
is
can try
5
and
at
find.
least a restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
I mean, this is a restaurant list.
Yeah.
5 is Wendy's restaurant.
That's not a restaurant.
Restaurant.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Does it keep going or no?
No, but I think we can probably find that.
That's it?
Full list. This is just an article.
Where's the Taco Bell restaurant?
Oh, Taco Bell restaurant.
It's got to be up there. I mean,
It's got to be in there with, you know.
Yeah.
Hang on.
That's great.
Let's see. I gotta just get rid of a fucking asshole.
Restaurant.
See you later.
Chain.
See you later, douchebag.
Stop me. He's talking about.
Bye-bye.
All right, so go to Starbucks restaurant and get us some coffee. You want something from the restaurant? They got flaky.
Yeah.
No, you want cakey, not flaky, right?
No, actually, I would like the lasagna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get that?
That's pretty heavy for breakfast. Why don't you just have them make you like a nice hot stack of waffles or pancakes?
Oh,
or
that's
something.
it. Okay, yeah. Could I get like you know what? Get me French toast, right? Mm-hmm. And some sausage.
Well, you can get those at Burger King restaurant or McDonald's restaurant, but I don't know if you can get them at Starbucks restaurant.
Oh, that's right. I can. Starbucks restaurant though.
Oh, hang on, I may have found it.
How about steak and eggs?
Sure, why not?
You can get like a steak and egg McGriddle or something.
What are you looking at now? Oh, you might have found past top 5.
I didn't.
We don't really need to keep going with this.
Restaurant.
It's obvious that the definition for restaurant is very loose these
Pretty
days.
loose.
Where does
Pretty loosey-goosey.
Where does the M&M store rank on that list?
Yeah, the M&M store restaurant.
What would be the first real restaurant you think that makes that list? Like a TGIF?
Probably
or-
something like that. An Olive Garden.
Olive
like
Garden.
a TGIF.
Outback Steakhouse.
Outback.
Outback, those are restaurants, right?
Which barely fit in as restaurant but they're they're
But you
chain
have a
restaurants.
waitress or a waiter or,
Right.
or a wait person.
That should be it. Somebody's got to come over to you and take your order.
They ask you if you want something to drink, and then they disappear for a few
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
That's a restaurant.
Right.
They sell booze. If you want to, get a drink, a glass of wine.
That's part of the criteria.
Yeah.
You're right. If your food comes in shitty paper, it's not a restaurant.
Right. Fucking cardboard or styrofoam.
Right.
Okay, well, I have last year's restaurant list. Do you want last year's? We can just do like the top 10.
Yeah, I just want to see where the first restaurant is.
Okay, well, Taco Bell restaurant was number 6. Dunkin' Donuts, Pizza Hut, KFC. Applebee's is number 10.
All right, now
I
Applebee's
would consider
does
Applebee's
fit
a
the
restaurant.
criteria of a restaurant.
Then you got Sonic.
No, Pizza Hut is
Just fantastic.
Pizza Hut is a restaurant.
No, Pizza
Is
Hut.
it?
Some Pizza Hut. They have Pizza Huts inside of Targets. It's not a restaurant.
Yeah.
But can't you sit down at a Pizza Hut?
Some of them.
Some of them, so they're almost a restaurant. Let's give Pizza Hut almost a restaurant.
Almost.
And then which was the first one you think?
Applebee's.
Applebee's definitely fits.
Applebee's.
It stinks, but
Sucks.
Applebee's.
And then Chili's. And
That's another one of those restaurants where when they show the commercials on TV, they have to get a macro focus on the camera because they're showing the food so close because the portions are so fucking shitty and small. Like Red Lobster is great for that. It's like, look at our shrimp. It's shrimp day at Red Lobster.
And it's like a bug flying a fighter jet
Yes,
through the fucking food.
It's fucking It's like Luke flying through the fucking Death Star Canyon. That's the camera they use over the shrimp. It's barely missing the shrimp because the shrimp is fucking little popcorn shrimp things. It's a sea monkey on your plate. It's a fucking sea monkey.
You probably have to do more like multiple takes because they have to wipe the lens off.
Wipe the lens off. We hit the shrimp.
Even when I was poor, I knew Red Lobster had shitty shrimp.
Oh, everything was shitty there.
When I ate shrimp, I saved up and I got those fucking jumbos.
You gotta get the jumbo shrimp.
Fuck that tiny, all-you-can-eat shrimp that you gotta peel yourself.
I used to go there with the ex-wife. On one on Route 110.
Red Lobster?
Actually, on Jericho Turnpike there. Yeah, we get them scramps. I love the scramps. Scramps is good.
You did all you could eat shrimp?
Oh, the Lobster Fest. Who didn't go to Red Lobster for Lobster Fest? What a white trashy, black trashy fucking thing to do.
But in all fairness, a small lobster tastes pretty damn good.
Well, you know what? I didn't give a shit at the point because it was like I thought I was living large. It's like, that's right, baby. Taking you out to Red Lobster tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let me hit the ATM, though, so I can take out a 20. That's it. Take that out.
biscuits, though.
Drinks.
They have good biscuits over at
They'd have
Red
those
Lobster
cheesy
restaurant.
biscuits.
Yeah.
That was some good shit right there.
I never ate at Red Lobster, but I remember Sizzler. They had like that cheesy garlic bread.
Sizzler's
That was
another
delicious.
one. That's a pseudo restaurant, man.
It might as well be Red Lobster, but it's just called Sizzler.
Yeah, it's Red Lobster for steak.
Is that the one where they stamped the steaks to make it look like it was a better cut than it was?
Yes.
They pretty much
fucking-
tattooed every steak to make you think
They
you're...
should call it the Grizzler. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Is gristle.
Well, man, they knew how to stamp that shit to make it look like it was grade A.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was good shit right there.
Anyone else see that it was on over the weekend? They're actually squeezing meat together.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, what did... someone's got to help me out. I didn't think we were going to talk about this. I think it's called Meat Glue. And what they're doing is they're getting a lot of kind of shitty, smaller pieces of meat, and they put it all together with this glue to make it look like you got a grade A
Like
piece
a
of
cut
meat.
of
And
meat?
the experts say you can't even tell the difference.
I bet I can. Janine's saying Sizzler is like the cafeteria at the Nut House. It is kind of a cafeteria setting. I don't like that at all.
One of my favorite things about Sizzler is because I love restaurants that have to have their own architectural design.
Oh, yeah,
to make them stand out, like IHOP or whatever. And I remember Sizzler was another one of those joints where after they go out of business and some funeral home takes it over,
or a law firm or something.
It's still in the shape of a Sizzler.
Oh, isn't that always weird?
I love when there's like an IHOP. And
IHOP
there's like some lawyer. It's like a lawyer office.
Does he need that big blue roof cathedral ceiling or shit like that?
He's
Howard
right,
Johnson.
man.
E-Rock.
Down south, some Pizza Huts were converted to churches. Like you know what it is, but the roof is blue and they put the cross on it.
How often you go in there to pray?
Can you please find?
See, I was kidding.
I need to find one picture of that today. I gotta see that.
That's good. The worst was here on Long Island in the New York area where we had Carvels. Because Carvels were probably the most distinct looking buildings. They were shaped kind of like a trapezoid. The big, tall front and the back roof would level down. It was just weird. It was shaped like a doorstop. And there were two big posts out front with giant ice cream cones on them that would spin around and shit. And then you'd see that thing. It also, all of a sudden, it's the law office of Levy and Phillips and Königsberg.
Or it's now a strip club.
Or,
or something.
yeah. And you're like, that was a fucking
That was a
Carvel.
Carvel, man.
That place was just selling fucking Fudgy the Whale.
Yeah. And now you got to see some of these buildings that are now converted into something else.
Yeah. They're Carvel. That.
Oh, this guy knows.
Howard Johnson's.
Laura in PA. By the way, some woman on Twitter last night thinks that you and I hate women or something.
Really?
We think all women are holes. I don't.
Let me think. No.
Maybe we portray it that way, but
Well, she's just
really
an asshole.
we really love pussy.
Yeah.
Laura,
yeah.
what's going on?
What's the matter?
Hey, the meat glue that you're talking about, that's called gastronomic cooking.
Yeah? What is that?
They use chemicals on your food instead of using actual food. So they cook it with meat glue and different chemicals, nitrous oxide.
Man.
Well, that's not what I was looking at the other night on TV. It was some kind of actual glue where they're gluing smaller pieces of meat together to make it look like one big, nice piece of meat.
Yeah, that's part of it. If you go to any kind of gastronomic restaurant and you get a piece of meat, it's not the actual meat that you think it is. Like they'll take different parts of the chicken and then use this meat glue and then use a bag to kind of like suck the air out and make it into a different shape.
Yeah, they shape it into a really nice piece of steak.
That's crazy.
And it's not just at restaurants. This stuff is finding its way to your supermarkets and all that crap.
Definitely.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
You can't see a seam.
But you know what? The experts go, you would never be able to tell. So if you're not able to tell, does it really matter in the end?
Oh, look at that. They're showing where the points
you
of
found
fusion.
Yeah, you need some drywall tape for those.
Yeah,
All right.
you can see that. Yeah, that needs to be sanded down.
My point is,
Spackled.
this is almost a non-story because they said the experts are saying you would never tell. So who cares then if it tastes good?
You know what? If you look at a cut of meat and it's like I could see seams on that fucking thing.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right. But you probably have eaten that a million times and never
I don't
knew
think
it.
so.
You don't think so?
I'd be like, why the fuck is the grain changing directions?
Yeah, you can kind of see
that's
that,
some
right?
fucking that's some ghetto shit
to
right
weld
there.
that better.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You need to get a bead when you're working on that.
Yeah, you get a good bead. It needs corner bead on the fucking side.
You think that's ghetto shit right there?
That's ghetto meat right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, meat glue.
Get on it.
You found meat glue?
Well, this apparently is meat glue also. Obviously,
That's obvious.
It's not steak, but
Well, they
I
made
don't know
that
what
into
the
a
fuck that
checkerboard.
Yeah, they put meat inside a
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
gelatin kind of a thing. Mm-hmm.
Meat glue secret.
Meat Glue's Secret. It's a video.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meat glue secrets.
Film the time we spilt the meat glue.
All over your face.
Yes.
Butchers don't want you to know about. Major suppliers have been caught using a special product known as meat glue to stick together scraps of meat to sell as prime cuts. But while this product has been banned overseas, there's no law prohibiting its use here. Here's Rodney Lohan with this special investigation.
Fucking meat glue, eh? Ominous music. I love this ominous fucking music.
Yeah, they put it in plastic to then
It's
shape
the meat
it.
industry's dirty secret.
Dirty.
A way of turning the scraps too small to sell as a premium steak back into a juicy, plump eye fillet to sell for a premium price.
Wow,
So
that's
clever,
something, eh?
you'll never tell. Not even an expert
Oh,
can.
it's filet?
Before, you didn't even pick that as a join, though, did you?
It doesn't even tear through the joint. Bit hard to tell, isn't it?
Aye. Back.
Butcher
Mike
James
Blake.
Faulkner runs Queensland Natural Beef Company, an organisation dedicated to using as few additives in meat from paddock to plate as possible. But tonight, he's exposing how some parts of the industry are able to trick their customers and use whatever it takes.
I know.
Got some fine diced beef.
I
Special
know.
enzyme.
Special
Just gonna
enzyme.
Mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
Why have we got the masks on?
This is dangerous.
It's dangerous shit.
Don't breathe that in.
This powder is transglutamase enzyme, otherwise known as meat glue. Meat glues come in a number of forms, some produced by cultivating bacteria, the others, the primary ingredient comes from the blood plasma of pigs and cattle.
Holy
Specifically,
shit.
the coagulant which causes blood to clot.
Whoa.
In the food industry, it has amazing properties.
So just got a little bit here, about a teaspoonful.
Yep.
It breaks down the meat and then...
Just over the top like that. And with our gloves on, of course, we mix it up.
Then roll it in plastic film and refrigerate. 6 hours later, you have a solid piece of meat.
Get the fuck
Essentially,
out of
you've got a reborn,
How
rebirth
the
thigh fillet.
fuck did he do that?
How the fuck did they figure
Ours
this out?
uncooked
That's more
is
impressive.
easy to spot the difference, but cooked is another story.
Okay, so the meat glue one is on the right,
Right.
and the real McCoy is on the left.
I could tell. Cook it
And
up.
it's not just beef. Pork, lamb, fish and chicken are all stuck back together using this glue.
It looks like one piece of chicken.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yep.
But hard to tell, isn't it?
Particularly that.
On the grill, it's even harder to pick.
So that's the real McCoy. Give this a burl.
Yeah. Take a forkful, shove it in your mouth.
Nice and tender, nicely salted. All right, let's go for the meat glue.
Tender.
Does it taste the same? If it does, who gives a fuck?
I can't tell the difference.
So who cares?
Yeah.
Pretty good, but potentially dangerous.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
I've sort of
potentially.
got two concerns. One that is well publicised, which is misleading people. The other area is the microbial side.
Microbial.
Oh, no.
It's the microbial side, eh? You fucking
Microbiologist
cunt.
Glenn Pinner.
If this food is sold or represented as a solid piece of steak and you cook it rare, you're really leaving yourself open to get food poisoning.
Once you glue two pieces together,
crikey.
it's
You live
difficult
through that,
to
though.
cook thoroughly those
Yeah.
parts that were on the outside but are now on the inside.
Ah,
The
you
amount of
know.
bacteria on a steak that has been put together with meat glue is hundreds of times higher.
We had no idea how guarded a secret
He's
this was
grilling
until we
as he's
started
doing this
contacting
shot, which is
restaurateurs
hysterical.
and butchers to ask
Oh,
them
this
about
guy.
the use of meat glue. Many of them didn't want to
Took a
speak
lot
for
to get
fear
that
of
shot.
upsetting their suppliers,
get
creating
the
bad
apron,
blood
the
in an
grill going,
industry
meat
that has
on the
become
grill.
very clever at using this product.
You need to get the
Clever.
sizzling
Are you just
sound.
shaking your head?
Yeah.
A little bit. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
This cube roll we bought from a wholesaler that produces stuck-together steaks en masse. Their effort's so good, James, our butcher, couldn't tell even when it was raw. It's even harder in the restaurant, which are some of the biggest users of glued meat. And chances are, unless you're a vegetarian, you're eating it on a regular basis. But with current labelling laws, neither butchers nor your local eatery have to tell you you're eating chicken glued together with cow's blood or beef held together by pig. It's the same reason they can take low-grade meat and pump it with water and flavour to make it edible.
Okay, so just after about a minute or
do
two,
that shit
we've
too?
got quite a lot of moisture out of there.
That's crazy.
And we've lost almost half a kilo.
Then the practice of selling mutton as lamb and old cow as prime cut beef. Like this. So old, a meat grader said it was only good for pet mince.
Oh,
you've got
that's
yellow,
Australia.
Fat colour, really dark meat colour. It's definitely off a really old type of animal.
In New South Wales, new labelling regulations have just been introduced to help consumers choose quality meat, but it's not compulsory. So for most of us, picking a quality piece of meat is still a shot in the dark.
Something tells me they ain't doing that here.
You don't think?
Nah.
Nay?
Nah.
Why? There's a lot of money in that, Ant.
I never seen a glued together piece of meat.
Pretty interesting.
Did
you know they were doing that?
Fucking London broil, and it's great. There's no fucking glue. I don't see no seams.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to tell.
Well, now we're
like
all
looking at that. It's too perfectly round and everything. It looks silly.
How about we all study our meat the next time we order?
Look at my meat every day.
Look at your meat closely and see if there's any seams.
Look at my meat.
Seam.
Yeah, I have a seam on my meat. All right, crikey.
It's particle meat. Kevin from Connecticut. Yeah, it's like particle board.
Particle.
Right?
Particle meat.
Stupid particle board.
It's made out of enzymes. Here at the grill, he's got his fucking
apron
dumb
on.
apron and his tongs. He's flipping his glue meat.
And turns toward the camera.
Was that his house? Or
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
have to call like a buddy because he doesn't have a grill? Could I do a shot at your house?
Hey, mate. Got to do a shot. Need a barbecue.
All right.
I know.
All righty then.
That fucking... I'd be able to tell. I'm sorry.
Hey, before we...
You know what, though? We just watched that whole thing about the meat glue.
Yeah.
Next time you're eating, are you ever going to think about the meat glue?
I'm starving.
No, and that was the piece I saw, and I was thinking to myself, if they can't tell, then who cares?
Yeah.
And it sounds like the only thing you could get is maybe food poisoning. Maybe.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of people have eaten meat glue, and
Like when I'm watching, I'm going, "Wow, that's fucked up," and then I'll just go eat. I don't care. I'll go eat a burger.
The
and never
dramatic
give it a
music
steak.
didn't justify that story, right?
Yeah. It was so dramatic.
Very dramatic. You thought,
Ding, 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 ding. I know. Meat glue.
I want to just congratulate Travis on a fine win by his boys.
Thank
last night.
you. It's not over
Oh,
yet.
the Habs won, huh?
Sure did.
They got to go to Game 7.
Game 7 tonight, Boston.
Man.
Tonight in Boston.
Yep.
Oh, that's a tough one right there.
That's going to be tough.
That's a tough one.
Just don't say that.
And I heard we missed one of the best hockey games ever.
Apparently, yeah.
Blackhawks and Canucks. It started at 10 o'clock. I can't fucking stay up for that shit. And what? Overtime?
Yeah, Vancouver won in sudden death Game 7 overtime.
Damn.
Doesn't get more exciting than that.
You want to watch that final game over my house?
No.
Oh, because I thought I would sit there and get into it with you like I did the other night. It was.
I'm respectfully declining your invitation.
Why don't we all just get together and watch Game 7?
Oh,
Travis?
that'd be great, right?
I'm in the middle of a big move. I'm busy.
How great would that be? We all just
I could have everyone over my place because you're moving. You probably don't have a comfortable spot to watch the game.
we still got the couch.
You
know?
sure?
Yeah.
I'll announce every icing.
That's fine.
Call.
The announcers do that anyway.
But I would do it.
And the Flyers kicked the shit out of the Sabres
sure
last
did,
night.
yeah. Jeez.
What was the final there? I kind of gave up on the game.
5-2
or something, right?
Yeah.
I had a horrible faux pas last night too, Ant.
A faux pas.
The beginning of the game, Ryan Miller was officially standing on his head.
Was he standing on his head literally?
Ridiculous, because the Flyers were out playing the Sabres big time, but Ryan Miller was keeping him in the game. He was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I had to acknowledge that on Twitter. So I'm like, looks like Ryan Miller is playing in God mode today, I said.
Oh, God mode.
And then I went with, he's absolutely standing on his fucking head in this game, right?
Yeah.
I swear to you, less than a minute later, the first goal went by him.
Yeah.
And then I just wrote, oops, and I basically turned off my Twitter. And then
such a jinx.
And then within minutes, it was 3-0.
Oh.
It was unbelievable. My timing, it was the best timing ever last night.
I'm reading then he gave up 4 goals and they pulled him?
Yeah, everyone.
Wow.
I got killed because it literally right after I tweeted. What was the tweet? I said he's standing on his fucking head.
Wow. You totally jinxed him right there.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Ryan Miller using God mode tonight, standing on his head. Wow. And then literally in the same 2 minutes, I just wrote oops. And then it was 4-0 like that. And the game was over. Sabres didn't deserve that game, though. Fucking Flyers outplayed them. Everyone knows.
Oh, people are.
What's the games tonight, Travis? You got yours?
Yeah, tonight and Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh at 8:00.
Oh, really?
Game 7.
Yeah, the Lightning are going to win that
Pittsburgh.
game. Lightning are going to win, and the Bruins are going to win.
Oh, boy.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, don't you?
Yes.
Out of him.
Yes, out of him, yeah.
You don't think the Lightning are going to beat the fucking Penguins? Are you kidding me?
I'd rather the Lightning win. I don't like the Penguins.
Penguins are, they're a hurting team right now.
Sure.
Hey, Lindsay Lohan, Ann.
Yeah, huh?
We both saw this just before we went on the air. For some reason, she got a standing ovation on Jay Leno.
Why wouldn't she?
She's a loser drug addict. She comes out on Leno, and they give her a standing ovation. For what? Does anyone know?
For being a former child star that has been in nothing but trouble since adolescence. She does drugs, and she's going to jail.
And she likes to steal stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like something you would,
She's gotten a million chances. If we did half the shit that she's done, we would definitely be in jail for a while.
Be in the joint. I'd be in the joint.
Not just for a month or two like she's probably going to get in the end. We'd be in there for a while.
Yeah.
And these dummies out there in L.A. are giving her a standing ovation.
They love her.
It's that train wreck mentality. It's why are people buying tickets for we're buying tickets for Charlie Sheen's big tour.
Dumb tour.
People just love seeing it, and she's a huge
But why
fucking fan.
the standing ovation?
The standing ovation is a little odd.
That's odd.
They are
7 minutes.
Are they?
Yeah, okay.
Is she standing?
I do have a clip from her appearance, but I just need to know.
She was snorting meat glue.
If you can find out why they gave her the standing ovation. Did she give the whole audience
chlamydia?
A bag of Coke?
Oh. Yeah. Stolen jewelry.
Did they all get an 8-ball? Did she do an Oprah thing? The whole audience gets an 8-ball?
And you get an 8-ball. And you get an 8-ball. Ah!
We live in a fucked up world.
Women.
If they're giving Lindsay Lohan a standing ovation.
Just add it on the end of days pile.
And she's too young to have frozen face. You see that?
She fucked up
her face
really
already,
young.
right?
Yeah, really young. She fucked up.
That Botox.
Yep.
You see it. Like if they don't smile, they're all right. As soon as they smile, it's a dead giveaway. They got frozen face.
That mouth goes all and the eyes don't close. It's really fucked up.
Lindsay Lohan talks to Jay Leno about being focused and having people pay attention to her work. Holy shit. I hope Leno beat the shit out of her.
Focused? What?
Is Leno a guy that could beat the shit out of someone?
No.
And call them out on their bullshit?
Not on the show. He's a nice guy.
So many great actors that have come here. Jane Fonda was the last one. And just in backstage, she would say, Lindsay Lohan is one of the greatest actresses I've ever worked with. And these people couldn't be more complimentary. I mean, at what point...
Amazing. Amazing.
I mean, at what point did you realize...
At what point did you realize you were a drug addict?
I'll tell you one thing, though.
At what point did you realize you fucked up your entire career?
That raspy, airy, slutty voice.
Hot though, right?
Is the hottest fucking thing, man.
Well, you're not going to get an argument from me.
I don't know what it is. It's like that stupid fucking Tara Reid voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the moronic shit that would pour out of that empty fucking head. It sounded great though. It sounds like a party girl. She's up late. She wakes up. She's got that voice. That's cool as shit.
You were a big fan of Tara Reid, I remember, too.
Back in the Josie and the Pussycats.
Back in the day.
Josie and the Pussycats days.
She's horrendous looking now.
She's horrific.
All right.
I mean, at what point...
Amazing.
I mean, at what point did you realize, oh my God, I could lose this. This could slip away from me.
Oh, okay, good.
I think that when, being young and being in the position that I was in, you don't really take the time to appreciate
doggy style
what you have, and it all is kind of a whirlwind, and people make decisions for you. But I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 24.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of mistakes, and I recognize that. But I'm in the clear now, and I feel like as long as I stay focused, then I will be able to, achieve what I want to achieve.
What do you want to change about yourself? You're 24. What do you want to change?
The public perception. I want public knowledge to be.
Then stop stealing shit
and stop fucking
and stop passing out in the street.
Yeah, exactly.
You could control this shit. You do it to yourself.
Perception. I want public knowledge to be about my work, not about things that I didn't get into this business for.
From what I hear, you don't show up for your work.
Positions where that was the bigger story.
Yeah.
Than what I was working on.
She's difficult.
Just another.
That's what I hear. I hear she's difficult.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on set. She doesn't show up. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Public perception to change. Well, then you got to change what you're doing.
Simple as
that. That's it.
It's all up to you.
Where is the ovation though? At the beginning?
Yeah, when she walked out, they all stood.
Ugh.
They all stood. Yeah, the news is reporting it, but they're not explaining why they would stand for Lindsay Lohan.
What's the story?
Well,
exactly.
That's a good point too. Why is it a story?
I'm sure people stand up all the time when guests come out on the Tonight Show.
People love the Lindsay Lohan though. They love keeping track of what she's doing.
I can't believe
she's fucking up.
I can't believe she's only 24. How many years and how many drug years?
I thought she was younger than that. To tell you the truth,
no.
Because I remember when she just turned 18.
When did we meet her?
That's crazy. That's like 6 years.
Yeah, that was about
2004.
Yeah.
Was it? That's what Fatso just said.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, that is rough.
Sorry, Iraq. You're not fat at all.
Iraq's in there just shoving meat glue in his mouth.
You just say to me, Jesus, that's whatever. And then you go for it.
I know. It's terrible.
Have you ever had meat glue, Iraq?
No, but I'll try it.
Meat glue.
Iraq knows what he is. That's awesome.
Aww.
He doesn't front. He gave up on the diet, right?
He ain't fronting.
No diet.
No.
Fuck that diet shit.
Fuck that shit.
So, yeah, there you have it with the Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah,
thing.
good for her.
Just another fucking Hollywood person bullshit.
Wow.
A lot of bullshitting going on. That Lady Gaga thing, I thought about all.
Oh God!
I thought about that all day yesterday.
The Gaga.
It just started making. I would just start laughing to myself.
Yeah.
That she's so tortured, and she has to remind herself. What was it again?
That she's a superstar. Every morning she's got to wake up and remind herself that she's a superstar. And
that's what she used to. Wow.
It's like a different entity.
Hot and healthy and
yeah, she looks all bright and like nice and no Botox and
wow, she was fucking hot.
Yeah.
She's still hot, obviously, but
yeah, but it's a different thing going on.
I can't believe
now.
That's the same girl.
Look, she had a little meat on her bones.
Just a little, just enough, right?
Great hair.
Great boobies.
Yeah.
You think the boobies are holding
She
up?
always had great giant titties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the same broad. Man, get your shit together.
And now she's just fucking crack poured out.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's great stuff right there. Yeah, the Lindsay Lohan. Yeah. Who's a up-and-comer right now? Oh, my God, that's fucking hot right there.
That's a great picture, huh?
That is one of the hottest pictures I've ever seen her.
Yeah, that's a
Holy
really
shit,
good one.
she's in a bikini, sitting on the bed, looking great. Who's an up-and-comer right now that looks like trouble?
What do you mean?
Not quite of age, coming up.
Well,
gonna maybe put because Lindsay Lohan, like she said, she's 24 fucking years old.
Well, the next trouble broad's got to be Miley Cyrus, right?
Well, yeah, Miley is gonna. Yeah.
She's the next one. That's gonna
trouble.
be. She's gonna be the next.
She's
one
right on the brink.
She'll be all in as far as trouble goes.
Right on the brink. Oh, someone's saying the Friday chick.
Rebecca Black.
No.
There's a movie out with some young girl. I couldn't think of the name, unfortunately.
Oh, really? Trying to think of that. She's incorruptible, that fucking Friday chick.
Oh, people are trying to help out Lindsay Lohan. What did she say? She wants to change her perception.
Yeah, the perception.
So this guy, Chris in Jersey, just writes, "Stop doing lines of coke off a walrus's cock."
When was that picture taken? Was she snorting?
And then Brad Buckwalter in D.C. Stop binge drinking on Hollywood Boulevard, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What about that Dakota Fanning? Is that a problem? Is she a problem? How old is she?
Dakota? Nah.
She's got to be legal by now, right?
She's keeping her shit together. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you,
she
Anthony
seems to be.
Bosco from Queens. It's that Demi Lovato.
Oh, right.
She's one of those troubled broads.
Yeah, troubled.
One of those troubled broads.
Love that troubled shit.
You like the troubled broad, right? Do you feel like you could help them, or you just want to exploit their troubledness?
I could help them while fucking.
Well, no, there's some.
Oh, what?
There's some guys that feel like they could like turn a troubled broad around.
Yeah,
and that's the big catch. They like that, but there's
Yeah.
other guys that just want to exploit the troubleness that they have.
Yeah, I think I've always had that fucking, savior complex thing with girls. Like, I'll
be the one
I'll take care of it.
that turns it
and
around a
I
little
usually
bit.
do a good job, until, until the next fucking wreck comes along. And then I have to trot along to that one.
Got to go save that one, right?
I'm the worst. I'm just being Jesus. Why am I so persecuted when I'm helping?
You've helped
and then
a lot of troubled
I
broads
move
out.
along because I got to help somebody else.
But do you feel like you're leaving them out there?
No, I think I left them better than I found them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's all you could ask for.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, that's it. I think you're right.
Uh-huh.
I'm not like the Colonel in Boogie Nights, you fuck. He was not helping. The Colonel.
Here, we got another troubled broad for you.
Troubled broad?
Joe in Philly. Congratulations to your Flyers there, Joe, if you care.
Yes, I do care. I called earlier to try to convert you over, but we skipped on to a new topic, so I figured I'd catch up with you on this one.
Converting me to what?
Come on down to the Flyers. Forget those Islanders. What are you doing, man?
Oh, that's not happening until the fucking Islanders move, but...
Good enough.
But the Flyers looked really impressive last night, so...
Dude, especially after that first fluke goal, when Coburn scores from the blue line through the 5-hole, Miller's done deal. At any rate, I know you guys are big fans of what Tyler didn't do as well, and they had a picture of Vanessa Hudgens, the new bitch. She was doing. They told me to call it ecstasy, the phone screener, but what it is, it's MDMA. It's like a powder.
All right, who told you to call it ecstasy?
The dude on the phone.
Who's the dude on the phone, E?
Troy.
I did because I didn't know if you knew what MDMA was.
Yeah, it's that telethon that Jerry Lewis does, you motherfucker. I know that.
Yeah, because we're not hipsters like Troy. So keep it simple.
Sorry, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll be fair. I don't know what it is.
It's mate glade.
Is it a form of ecstasy, Troy?
It's ecstasy in the purest form.
Exactly. It's essentially ecstasy and coke in the same thing, and it gets you happy and high at the same time. So
That sounds
there's a
good.
video of it on whatwoldtylerDurdenDo.com if you want to check it out.
So it doesn't sound like a problem.
So she might be one of those troubled broads.
And it ain't bad.
All right.
I like that. Those Hollywood chicks, always a problem.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Punching out.
Thank you, Joe.
Always a fucking problem with those troubled
Yeah,
broads.
but how old is Vanessa Hudgens? Isn't she like 17 or 18?
Is she? It's legal.
I did plenty of V and acid and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it has
Relax,
anything to do
people.
with being in Hollywood.
No, that's true. You're just under the microscope, as they say.
You're just in your party years.
I guess if you're on the West Coast, you're partying. If you're on the East Coast, you're just a scumbag loser.
You're a loser, hanging out, fucking douchebag, not doing anything.
I think a lot of us did exactly what Lindsay Lohan's doing, falling down, passing out in streets, and right?
Yeah, oh yeah. We've all done it.
But I guess she's under the Hollywood spotlight.
You don't
so
have
it makes it different.
the paparazzi after you. The paparazzi chases you around.
When does it start becoming a problem?
You're asking me? I don't know.
Just in
'Cause
general.
I haven't seen one yet.
All right, I'll go with Lindsay Lohan. If she's 30 and still doing that obviously is a problem.
I think you get a pass through your 20s.
I think if you start she's entering her mid-20s. That's if she's 27, still passing out.
Right.
Let's give it
That's
about
bad.
27.
Yeah,
that's when it starts to become
and
more
once
than
you
your
clock
party years.
Once you clock into 30, if you're still fucking passing out and doing all that shit, that's fucked up.
My real party years probably started ending around 28, 29.
Yeah,
I pushed it a little bit.
Yeah, I went from 17 up until I mean, hardcore. Last night, I guess.
You went hard last night?
I'm Anthony Cumia, and I'm 5 hours sober. No, I didn't go hard last night. I had one bottle of wine, a nice Shiraz. Opie got me for my birthday.
It was all right?
That was good shit, man.
I'll get you another one then.
That was good shit.
I wasn't sure you were going to like it. I would have got you
it was great.
a few of those.
That's spicy.
Fuck it.
That Shiraz is spicy, yo.
Fuck it, I'll get you another one then, man.
Watching The Wire, I can't stop talking like a stereotypical gangster drug dealer. I love that shit. I'm just going, what up? Like my chick walks around the house and she goes, I'm cooking something. What do you want? I'm like, what you mean, nigga? Give me anything out the fridge, fucking bitch. What you fucking do? I just walk around and she's just like, all right. Watching another episode of The Wire.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, but
Gank your ass, motherfucker.
You're in the docks right now, though. So you shouldn't be talking too ghetto.
Nah, but they pop in enough of the
here
fucking
here and there,
the towers and shit and the low rises.
How great were the towers? Season
towers
1.
Fucking. I wanted to go there. It seemed like such a nice place.
They all take care of each other.
Oh, they certainly do.
They know what's up.
What up?
All right, we should do some most annoying 30-second shit because that was going well.
Oh my
yesterday.
God. And we're realizing now this is mutating into most annoying into most funny.
Yeah, it was really
because some of these things are just fucking funny.
You want to take a quick break and then we'll jump into that for a little while?
Oh man, yeah, motherfucker.
And then we got Bill Burr, Bob Kelly, and Joe DeRosa coming in to promote their film Cheat.
Wow, yeah.
It's a little 15-minute film, but it's part of the Tribeca Film Festival. And
yeah, they got into Tribeca.
Nice little buzz on this damn thing.
That is cool, man.
I want to ask him if all this attention means that they can make it a longer film now. Or
is that what they're going to do, like Sling Blade?
Well, who the fuck is going to go to a theater for a 15-minute film?
Short attention span people, ADD.
Like, where do you put this thing to make some money?
That's good. You know what? You play a lot of previews before it, and maybe even a cartoon like old school.
Look, I'm sure it's a great 15 minutes, but you can't bring a date to it.
That's no, I think it's a great idea.
We're gonna go on a date from 7 to 7:30. I could squeeze it out to 7:30.
Hey, I'll take you to a restaurant and see a movie, and then you go to Starbucks and see.
Yeah, the restaurant. That's dinner.
We're gonna go to the
movie.
restaurant Starbucks, and then we're gonna go to the movie Cheat. And I'll have you home by 8.
I'll tell you one thing. It probably, and I'll bring it up with them when they come here. It probably isn't a date movie. It's probably one of those movies if you took a date to, you'd be there all uncomfortable thinking, right. I don't think you got to lean over and say, I don't do that.
Yeah, that's not me.
I don't do that. I don't
approve of that message.
It's nothing worse than sitting at a show or a fucking movie and like they're just exposing guy problems, guy bullshit.
And then you have to be that asshole.
And you're like,
I'm not that.
God.
I'm not that guy.
You get the look almost over like, is that what you're pulling on me?
I knew a guy like that once, but that's not me.
No, it wasn't me.
You got an example? Because that's so true.
Like cheating would be an example where you've done something.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of a movie that maybe after the break, give the people out there time to come up with it.
Somewhere you were sitting watching
where you had to lean
movie.
over to your woman and go, oh, that's not me.
Or you just felt very uncomfortable.
And you say stupid stuff like, I'm as outraged as you are right now.
Like, oh, God, that gag. Who would use that in this day and age? Yeah.
And they're looking at you with their peripheral, seeing if you're enjoying it a little too much.
And especially if something in the movie is something that has happened to you two as a couple.
Right.
But maybe you weren't cheating or whatever the circumstance is, but it exactly happened that way. It's like, wait a minute, he had some note in his pocket and she connects the dots and it's like the same thing that happened in the movie.
I know there's examples.
Yeah, there are examples. Definitely.
All right, we'll try to figure it out after the break. Stay there.
What? What? Gregorio.
Antonio.
Amy.